Okay, welcome to the next training video. Now in this one we're going to go ahead and create the thank you page in ClickFunnels, which is fairly easy. It's very similar to Optimize Press, but I find a little bit easier. So we just want to go into your funnels. Okay, I've gone into the actual funnel. We've got an opt-in and a disclaimer page there, all done and ready to go. We just need to click on add new step. Now this one I'm just going to call it thank you, and I will create that funnel step. Okay, so now I've got the thank you page ready to go, and we can choose what type again that we want to use. It's all sorts of different ones. You can have a little look around and see if there's one that's going to fit in with how you want it. There's even a thank you here, but it's more for webinars. Okay, so I probably wouldn't use that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this one from a blank page again, just so you can see how it is done from blank if you want to do it that way. And let me go to miscellaneous and we'll go blank. First thing I'm going to do is change the name to make sure it looks the part here, so I'll just remove all this and update that. And once again, I've clearly used that one before, so I'm going to have to add in a 1. So now what I want to do is I want to go and actually edit this page and create the page. So first thing we'll do is we'll go into the editor, so go edit page, and then it starts off, we've got ourselves a headline up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that there as it is because I do need to put a headline in. And what I want to do is I want to create the similar thing that we did on Optimize Press. Is I'm going to add a new section, so I'll click on this here, and I want full width, and in here I'm going to add in a new row, and I want 2 columns. Now the beauty of ClickFunnels is you can just drag this section here to make it however you want in size wise. So we'll go with that, and then up the top here we're going to have our title. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually edit this slightly. The bottom padding, I'm just going to bring things up a little bit. That should do the job. And you can also put in a background color. I might do that right now. Something like that would look the part. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change the text. So I would like the text to be probably a red color. So I'll go a deep red, very similar to what we had before. And I don't like how this is sitting so close, so I might actually change that again slightly. So I can bring it right up like that, or I might make them even actually on this particular occasion. So I'll make them about that. Now you got left to right, this will change the width of it. Okay, so we want to have 100%, and you'll see it's a full width. In here I'm going to actually go ahead and add in some elements. Now before I do that, I will go ahead and change this, and we'll put in that title or that headline. I'll just go and grab that, and I'm just going to paste that headline that I did in here before. Okay, and then here I want to actually go and maybe just underline that there again. So right here. Okay, and then next what I'm going to do is, now that that's done, as you can see it's all done and it looks okay, I might just minimize the top padding on that one, bring it down a bit, it's a bit too okay, and then I'm going to go and add in another element. I want to add in an image. Okay, and in the image there I'm going to actually go ahead and put my image in here, which is going to be a pretty picture of me again. So once again I need to upload the image, and I'll grab that off my computer and we'll upload that image. Okay, so now the image is there. I'm just going to select that one and add the image. Okay, so there it is there. Now we can, make it a little bit prettier and put things around it. Okay, so I might go for the different themes that we've got here and different types of images. I want like a photo, so I'll probably just go with, so many to choose from, but I'll just go with something like this one. Okay, just put a little bit of a border around it. Now in here I want to go and add in that text. Okay, so I'm going to choose text block. It should be down here. There it is. Okay, so now I have my text block in there. I'm going to go in and edit that text block. Oops. And in this one you just want to open the text editor. Now what I might do is I'll change the font. Just go with, I like Oswald, open text editor. And I'll go and grab that text and I'll put it in here, and that's the same thank you page text that I used in the last video. Let me just show you that as well. Okay, so I just want to fix that up so it all sits right. So hi there, it's Mark Whiteley here, and first congratulations on taking action and getting access to your free cash in with Bing cheat sheet. So I'm going to actually go ahead and make this, first of all I'll change the font size of everything, make it a little bit bigger. Let's have a look and see how 20 looks. Okay, and that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead here and add in font color. I'll change the font color to a red, and the back color I'll give it a yellow so it sort of stands out. Okay, so that's fine. And I'll just fix up a couple of spelling errors in here. Alright, so now what I want to do is I just want to bold a couple of things. So I might bold that, and I also might bold that. And I will also bold, change the color on this one, and also the background color. Okay, and here I might just bold all that because it's kind of important, and I might actually change the color of that there to that. Okay, so you just want to pretty it up a little bit so it stands out. Now I'm going to click on update, and then I'll see whether it's I like that formatting. Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, and I'll leave that as is. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so now what we want to do is actually go ahead and add in our download. So to do that, there's a couple of things we need to do. First thing we want to do is we want to go and actually add in the particular element we require. Now, the element we require is simply a button. So we want to click on button, and we don't want it there. We will just move that over here. Okay, so now in here, what we're going to do is we're going to edit this. Couple of things we can do here. We want to go ahead and pick on advanced, and we can just change the vertical spacing, the size, the whole lot. So what we want to do, I'll go down the bottom here. There's all sorts of button effects and everything. You can have pulsing, bouncing, elevating, wobble. So I'll leave it as is. We want to have full width. Okay, inline block, we can have it centered, yes. Letter spacing, normal. Everything's normal. Text shadow, none. Might have a dark shadow there. Border, corners, we can change everything as we please, and I will leave that the same. There's no animation really required on this one. I like blue. Blue's pretty cool for this theme. And then we'll go to the settings. Now here we just want to put here what the actual text we want to put in. So I'm going to put right, and we can have subtext. I'm not going to worry about that. The font, I think I'll leave it as it is. Font size, I can make it a little larger, so about there. Top margin, we'll give it a bit of a, drop it down a little bit from the image, so it sort of marries up with this. Okay, that's pretty good. And now what we want to do is actually go and have some settings. Now, we need to set an action. So before we do that, we actually need to go and upload the file to ClickFunnels. So to do that, it's really simple. What we need to do is save what we've got so far. So we'll save that, and then I'll show you. And then what we want to do is we'll exit out of this, and we're going to come back in and do this again later once we've got our links on our actual PDF or the free report that we're going to give away. But to do that, you go into account and you go to digital assets. So you click on digital assets. I'll show you this now, and then I'll show you again when we actually go ahead and upload it. Now I've already done one here earlier, so I'll just do another one. Add new asset. Just give it a name. Bing cheat sheet. Okay. Then I'm just going to click on browse. We want to go and find it, and there it is there. Now it's uploaded. We don't need to fill in any of this at all. Click on create digital asset, and done. Now what we want to do to get the URL, we just click on here, edit, and this is the actual URL we want to share. This is going to give them their cheat sheet or their report, whatever it may be you're offering for free. Okay, so once we've got that copied, we simply go back to our funnels. We go back into the funnel we're working on, and we come down to the thank you page. Simple enough, we just go ahead and edit the page. Now I'll show you how to add that, but we're going to actually do it again later once our report is completely finished. But I just want to show you now. So it says warning, button action not set. So you want to click on that, you want to set action, and you want them to go to a website URL. And this is the URL we want. We want to actually put in our URL. Okay, once we've got that, click enter. Okay, and then you'll see it load up here. So you can see it's there now. And that is it. Then we just click outside there, click save. Fantastic. Now we've added it to the actual form. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we can put arrows in here if we want to, but I think it all marries up quite nicely, and I don't think I'm going to do that for this one. So now what you want to do is add in a new row. So in the new row, what we're going to do is have the call to action, similar to we did on OP2 in the previous video. Okay, so I'm going to click add new row. Now I need a 2-column row for this one. It's going to add them in, and that's perfect just where they are. Once again, we need to add a new element. Now this element's going to be the image. So this is going to be the image of the product. Okay, we're going to put the image in there, and here we're going to actually have our call to action with our link. So we'll do the image first, and with the image, all we need to do is go ahead and grab our image. Now I haven't uploaded to this one, so we need to click to upload. Okay, so we just go ahead and click on the image and upload the actual image we want to put in there. The upload, and it should be done any second now. Voila, and there it is. So now we just need to click on the image we want and add image. So there it is, fantastic. And you see this quite clearly, so it's going to work fine. Now we leave the size and everything. We can put a link in here if we want to later, and the link URL will be our actual link going to the actual product. So we add that in later when we've got our link. So for now, that's fine. It's perfectly good. We don't need any margins. We want it to be as high as possible. And then we just click on out here, and it's always a good idea to save your work. Beautiful. Now what we need to do is add in another element. So we want to add in that call to action. So we want to click on add new element, is put in another headline. So I'm going to put in a headline. It's a large call to action. And in here, I'm just going to put in my call to action like I did in Optimize Press 2, same sort of thing. And I'll just put that in there like that. Very simple. Now in here, we're going to actually link this. Once we've got our link all set up, we'll come back in and edit this, and we'll edit this, and we'll edit this. Just 3 things to edit, and it's very simple to do once we've got our link all set up. Now, I think the size of this could be a lot larger, and I also think it could be margined. So I'm going to actually go like this. Top margin, we want to bring it down a little bit to be about there. We'll make the font size a little bit bigger. Okay. And in here, I might actually put a exclamation. And here's where we're going to highlight it all. Very simple. Click on link. Okay, and then we're going to actually click here for action. So right here is what we're going to actually put our link. So for instance, I could just put for now, just so you can see, okay, so google.com, right? Simple as that, and it's easy enough. Now what we want to do is just click here, okay, and now we have a clickable link. Right? Very, very simple. Now I think that looks pretty good. It's pretty fine. And we might want to do the same thing. I actually don't like the color of this, so I might change the color real quickly. Background color, we might make it a little bit lighter, like so. And I'm going to copy that so I know what color it is. Okay, and then down here I'm going to do the same thing with this. So if I went and put that in here, and you can see there is a background color there as well. Alright, so you can do all sorts of wonderful things with ClickFunnels. That's why I recommend it. There is our thank you page, all done and ready to go. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, so that's it. We've got our thank you page all ready to go. Now all we've got to do is come back in later and actually go ahead and put the correct link in here and the correct link in here, and that is completely finished. So I'm going to save that. Done. And now what I'll do is I'll just preview it and show you what your looks like. There it is. Okay, so basically it's just, you know, the headline, this text here that introduces us. We've got our download, and we've got our clickable link here that gets people to click on and go and see the actual product. Alright, so that's it for this video. That's how to do your thank you page or download page with ClickFunnels. Very, very easy. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do it just on a general WordPress. So if you're using the free option, you can also go ahead and do it there as well. Alright, I will see you in the next video.